I know I told that story already. I don't know why I need to tell it again. I said it when I was 13 in front of my cousin, and now I'm still known by that every time she sees me. All right, we got an agenda. Let's get to it. All these things happen in my life. I go out to stores and I witness weird things. I like going to Walgreens. Yes, I leave off the S. Let me have that one. It is still known as Walgreen Company, even if they add an S to the signs. Yeah, I go there every week because there's one block over from the bank I work at. And recently I was there, and yes, I'm aware that they're a pharmacy, a drugstore. And I saw one thing there, and it just didn't look right to me. It was a remedy for shingles, except I saw perverted, and I had to look at it again. It's like, oh no, it says prevented. Yeah, that takes on a whole new meaning, preventing shingles instead of perverting them. I'm sure I'm not alone on just not seeing the right thing when you first look at a sign, but I mean, that's just so rare for me. I usually study things very closely before I make an assumption. Thankfully, nobody heard me until now on what I first saw about that. Those who know me best know that I like self-service. I guess that explains why I like red box movies and why I like self-service checkouts. I was at the Hy-Vee this weekend and I was bummed out. Why? Because I was doing the self-checkout, having a good time as usual. And it shuts off on me when I have 3 items left. I was more than halfway done. It's like, what do? I see it blinking, and I'm thinking that employee is going to show up and help me out. Nobody came. All they said was short on staff. So it's like, well, fuck it. If nobody's coming, I just have to move to a lane where a cashier is going to do it for me. And of course it meant I had to let somebody bag the groceries for me, and they ended up giving me 2 bags and I wanted only 1. I think that's why I like bagging my own groceries, because it's like, yeah, I'm going to be stuck with that for a while until I decide to just take all those plastic bags with me and get rid of them at a store. And they can stay in my closet for a while. That's why I try to turn them down as often as I can. But yeah, when self-service is not available, I just don't know what to do. In fact, I like talking back to self-service. Please scan your first item, or take your items. I will. So there are stores. All right. I still hear weird things in the news too. I'm not Catholic, but I'm aware of how the Pope it still makes the news all the time. Most recently, I heard something about how the Pope said something about wanting couples to adopt kids or have their own kids instead of adopt pets. And it's like, okay, Mr. Pope, do you have a better idea than the internet dating I've been doing? Because internet dating sucks! Especially at my age, being north of 40. There's not a lot of quality women out there. Yeah, I'm probably on my own on that one, especially when I'm not Catholic. But yeah, I just couldn't believe hearing that one. It's like there are probably reasons why people adopt dogs, because they're cheaper to take care of than kids. Got a lot more free time too, besides walking the dog. So there was that. Oh yeah, might as well talk about red box movies. I know Ski likes that. Yes, I saw another red box movie. I went through all of my Charlie Brown specials. Yeah, some people are probably surprised that there are 4, not just 1 Christmas Charlie Brown special. Yeah, I had to watch all of them, the annual viewing. So once I did that, I went back to the red box movies. And I watched another Bruce Willis movie. This one's called Fortress, and it's like, yeah, I guess it was all right, but I'm quite aware of how when it ends it really doesn't, because I read before I watched the movie that it's the first movie in a trilogy. It's like, oh, okay. As the saying goes, it's all about what's in the script, or they gotta make a story out of it. That's all I can really say without giving away movie endings, because I hate it when people do that to me. Work, yes. I still have work, still thankful for that too. This past week, they gave us a welcome back to the office care package. Except I've been there that whole time because I print checks and I can't do that work at home. And now they called off welcoming people back to the office because of whatever variant of coronavirus that we're on. It's like, okay, I'm fine with pretty much having the building to myself, so Yeah, I'm fine with it. At least another month of them pausing it. Yeah, some goodies in the care package. I've already had some of them. I'm still not sure what to do with one bag that has the bank's logo on it with all the zippers on it. It's like, oh great, another bag. And then the other thing about work, sometimes all I'm doing is directing traffic because I do mail besides just print checks. And I even said that to the branch manager. It's like, it just doesn't make sense. It's like, why do I get a check in Minneapolis that was forwarded to Milwaukee, and then I get told after I scan it to send it to St. Louis? What are we, an airline with layovers? I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, if it's airline passengers, it makes sense. Sometimes you have layovers, but checks don't need layovers. Oh, yes, and on a good one. Music, I find empowerment in it, and I like reading the lyrics because sometimes it's a lot easier to understand the song when you read the lyrics because they go so fast when they're singing it. The latest one I really like is Nightmare by Halsey. I know it's been out for a couple years, but it's still cool. The weapon in my mind, it's yes, that works for me because I never was good at fighting with my fists. I had to fight with my mind to stay out of these types of boxing fights. And then, I don't owe you a thing. Well, there's a swear word in it too. It's like, yeah, I like that. Along with tired and angry, but somebody has to be. And it's like, yeah, I like that when somebody really gets who I am. It's like, good, I'm not alone, I'm struggling at times. And then you put it into your performing. Yay. So, yes, it's nice to find inspiration from music. Better than finding it from comedians. Yeah, I wish I was making that up. Well, I guess that'll do it for me. You've all been great.